Hello folks, Now Creek Fly Shop here. Today I'm going to tie a tube fly. I'm going to use some different colors than what I'm used to doing. We're going to be using a Grey Blue Marabou. I got some beautiful guinea that we just received. This stuff just is amazing. I've never seen such big feathers. I'm going to do some dubbing and make this very simple but very effective tube fly. So I'm going to do a little dubbing here with a dubbing loop, and I'm using a nice dub. In a loop. I could cut it, make it smaller, but I just want to bump at the rear of this thing. Let's see, hook that up. So we got two, there we go. I like using a spinner like this. I just want to bump at the back. So we're going to be using a red French flat braid Lagerton. I've put my thread on already, and I've super glued it at the back end. So you can see I'm just putting a little flash here. That's all I want, just a little bit of flash. This is almost the entire amount of flash on the whole fly. I don't want a lot of flash on this fly. There's going to be dark colors with some really nice red Amherst. Let's get that shortened up a bit. Tighten that down, then I'll brush it out. There's that. Use one of the Stonfo brushes. And just do this. Get it brushed up. There. Just a nice bump. I don't want too much material, because material will actually make it float more, and I don't want that. I want this fly to be subsurface. Definitely subsurface. And so I've got a black or dark gray red theme. Now I'll bring my thread forward a little bit. I want to have a fair sized body on this. Fair length, that is. No flashing. I don't need to do any cross strapping, so it's, you know, not traditional. This is a very modern fly. I'm going to wrap reverse to what I typically will do. Here we go. Nice, get the flat surface where I want it. There we are. I find it much nicer to wrap this way than what I typically will do left to right. I'm doing right to left. Yeah, nice red body. It's going to show really nice through the marabou that I put on here. There. And again, I'm going to put a little dab of super glue right here. Don't let it get into the nozzle of your bobbin. You may not like it. Just a little bit. There. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip on a brass cone. And this is meant for exactly what I'm doing. It's a disc type, but it's going to be under the material, and I want my material to move like this. So this actually brass cone is from a company out of Finland called Riverbum. There. And I'll just put my thread. I don't care what my thread is, it's going to be all covered. And then I'll lock it in the front. There we are. And I'll bring my thread back onto the spool part of this. There we are. Now comes the marabou. And like I said, folks, we have some pretty nice marabou. I've selected a little bit, but look at this stuff. It's amazing. We're so lucky this year. We have some really good material. And you know the old saying is, when you're tying a fly, you want to make sure your material is good. Well, guess what? This stuff is just excellent. I just can't say enough good stuff about it. There. Not a lot of material on this fly. I want it to be sparse. There we are. Notice how that material all comes back. And you also notice that I tied in from the stem. I want my longest fibers first. If you go from the tip, you have your shortest fibers, and sometimes that'll mat up on you. Now this brass cone I put on there also, that cone disc, it's also about weight. Here. No more than that. That's it. You don't want no more. Or else your fly is going to float away on the surface, and you don't want that. I'm going to put no flash in here. There. There's that. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of red Amherst. I'm just going to lay these in. Simply lay them in. And each little strip will have 2 veins. I don't want more than that. Yeah, 2. These are fairly long. Perfect. 1 soft wrap. Nice. There's another 2. As you notice, these have a natural bend to them, so you want that natural bend to come around and lay down onto the material, like so. Yes. We have some amazing Amherst at the moment as well, so we're pretty lucky right now with some really cool materials. You see how that red sort of sticks out? And just go around your fly. You don't need too much. Nice. A little bit more. And I'm going to finish it off with a dark Gunsmoke cone from Stonfo. I need another one. I need another bit of Amherst. Yes, one more right here. Next will come some really nice guinea. As Callan called it, guinea. I like the way the guinea, well, sort of finish it off, especially that accent, the black and fuchsia accent. And yes, just like my marabou, I'm going to tie this in from the stem and not the tip. I'll take some feather off the one side. I'm going to lock it in. Lock it in, grab my stem, bring it back, put my thread on the other side of it. Whoop, whoop. Got something going on here. There we are. Now, let's just palmer this a little tiny bit. We don't need a lot. There we are. You notice how that natural curve of the feather is occurring? See that? Some people will take their blade and rub it down the vein of the feather, and that works pretty good. But I find when I strip one side, I really don't have to do that. That's all I want on there. I don't want a lot. So that's it, folks. That's pretty close to done. And yes, this fly will catch fish, that's for sure. I like that gray. It blends so nicely into the rest of the materials. Now I see the vein that I have to snip away. Little super glue. I like that color combination. Like I said earlier, don't get your super glue into your bobbin or you're not going to be a happy camper. Experience tells me that. Done. Now I'm going to slip on my cone. And there you have one very hefty black magic fly. Love it. Now, here is the Stonfo cone. Slide on and it'll cover all that thread and all that excess materials that I use for tying, just like that. And I'll move that forward, allow a little bit of material for melting. That's why I like this stuff. Beautiful. This is a nice fly. There you go, folks. Look at that. Look at that. That is pretty nice. And the flash underneath that dark gray is beautiful. Just beautiful. In the water, that thing's just going to be alive. Love it. Thank you, folks. We really appreciate your support. Love tying these flies for you guys, and hope you all catch some nice fish this year. Thank you. See you again.